Live in high definition from the CBS 4 studios, this is CBS 4 Daybreak.
Well, good morning, and thank you for choosing CBS 4 Daybreak. I'm Melissa Meisner.
And I'm Justin Betty. Rain finally returns to the borderland. Amanda Guillen joins us now live. And Amanda, the good news is this rain's not bringing any real cold temperatures with it.
That's correct, Justin. We're actually expecting to warm on up by your Friday, but with it, the first chance for rain actually happening on Wednesday. And we start off with cooler temperatures at this hour right now in the 40s all across the borderland.
This morning, U.S. Border Patrol agents say there's a new trend at ports of entry in El Paso. Agents apprehended more than 400 undocumented immigrants near the Isleta port of entry yesterday morning. Agents tell CBS 4 they presented themselves to agents. They did not try to flee. Just 2 weeks ago, a group of 150 undocumented immigrants, followed by another group of 60, presented themselves at the border.
We've seen this, we've got our intelligence reports, we've been doing the analysis consistently, and we've always been training and preparing for moments like this. So we're looking forward to seeing how much farther this goes, but at the same time preparing and making sure our agents are ready to handle these situations.
Border Patrol also says it's unusual for large groups like this to present themselves in urban environments instead of more rural communities. New dramatic video shows dozens of migrants jumping over the border fence and into the U.S. Check it out here. Migrants from the Central American caravan scaling the fence separating Tijuana and the United States Monday. It's not clear what happened to this group after they crossed over, but thousands of migrants like them make up that caravan that's been traveling over the last month or so to reach the U.S.
Well, a man accused in a deadly drunk driving crash is expected back in court this morning. Lorenzo Anchondo is charged with intoxication manslaughter for the death of Xiaoyan Shi. Investigators say Anchondo was drunk when he hit a stop sign at Stanton in Mississippi early last year. The stop sign came crashing down on Shi, killing her. A witness testified that she saw Anchondo's truck hit the stop sign. Police dashcam videos show him stumbling during sobriety tests. An officer also testified that he failed all 3 tests and refused a breathalyzer the night of the crash. That trial continues this morning at 9. El Paso County leaders are trying to get ahead of flood concerns in the borderland before monsoon season approaches.
The county approved a $7 million stormwater plan. They plan to update the flood zone map that hasn't been updated in about 8 years. It also calls for improvements like expanding the Fabens Dam north of I-10, making the retention pond larger at Angels Park north of Clint, and building a retention pond in Tornillo just south of I-10. Commissioner Vince Perez says the project has its challenges.
So there needs to be a collaborative partnership. It's something that I have worked on, but it's going to require a lot of these entities, these water districts and El Paso County coming together. But that's the biggest challenge to coming up with stormwater infrastructure.
The Stormwater Master Plan is still in the design phase. A timeline for when it will be finished has not yet been set. University Medical Center and El Paso Children's Hospital are in good standing with maintaining their debt. County commissioners say if that continues, the Children's Hospital could start paying back UMC next year. In 2015, Children's filed for bankruptcy after losing $12 million per year. The next year, UMC took over and the debt fell to $10 million in 2017. This year, it's down to $2.8 million.
They've done amazing work. Their managed care renegotiations are going to result in about a $10 million increase in what they collect. And their volumes are up, and the community is beginning to see the benefit Children's has and the services they offer.
El Paso Children's Hospital set to start repaying UMC in October of next year.
Well, the El Paso Independent School District has called for a special meeting this Thursday to discuss the possibility of closing some schools. In the past, EPISD has eyed as many as 7 schools for closure or consolidation due to declining enrollment. The meeting starts at 8:30 Thursday morning at the district headquarters on Boeing. Well, the Las Cruces public school system is trying a new method to help improve education for its students. LCPS announced its new community school initiative. It allows city leaders and people from the community to meet with the district to provide input.
We want folks to look at what we're doing, and we want folks to help us. We want them to tell us these concepts are working and these are not. And then we also want to be able to say to them, this is the help we need.
Las Cruces Public Schools hasn't given a specific date on when the meetings would start. Well, getting ready to pay up.
The Public Service Board looks to approve a proposed increase by El Paso Water. We'll tell you how much it could cost you. That's next on CBS 4 Daybreak, on your side.
Hospital. All right, so chilly morning, but warm enough today.
And rain in the forecast.
That's true, and a lot of people love to hear the sound of rain, love that we're not going to stay dry. We're very dry here in the Sun City, so a great news for us is we're actually going to be experiencing 3 consecutive days of rain. 7-day forecast looking something like this. We are going to start off with those warmer conditions for your Thursday, but your best shot for rain going to happen Friday with a 40% chance.
All right, thanks so much, Amanda. Sucker punch.
I couldn't believe it was happening.
A man in Australia punches a woman in the face. Coming up on CBS 4 Daybreak, what charges he's now facing and why police say this may not be the first time he's attacked a woman. A man in Australia is in jail this morning after police say he sucker punched and kicked a woman in the face. Checking out the man in the black shirt here. Lashes out seemingly without warning. The woman is left in tears, but then he comes back and kicks her in the face. Shocked witnesses gather around, rushing to her aid.
I couldn't believe it was happening. And then I was knocked out and my head on the pavement and I couldn't remember much.
Police say the man does have mental health issues. They say it's not the first time he's attacked people. Earlier this year, they say he also attacked a neighbor with a metal pole and punched a hospital worker.
Well, new video out shows the terrifying moments a group of loose dogs attacked a North Carolina woman. Police say the woman was walking down the street when 4 pit bulls attacked her. The neighbor, who did not want to be identified, came to her rescue, even using the victim's purse to knock the last dog away.
She told me, please, my leg, my leg. She had pajamas. I pushed up the pajamas and she had a very large and deeply injury. I think I saw her bone.
The victim had bites to her legs, arms, and head. Police were able to find the owner. The dogs are now at a North Carolina shelter.
You could see a $3 monthly increase in your water bill. It's part of El Paso Water's 2019-2020 budget. It means the average homeowner will pay close to $61 per month for water services. El Paso Water says that money will go towards improving infrastructure throughout the city.
On the water side, we continue to need money to do our infrastructure rehabilitation. As I mentioned, El Paso, like most other cities, has a big core that was built up in a post-World War II boom, and all that infrastructure needs to be replaced.
The Public Service Board will vote on the $436 million budget in January. If approved, it would go into effect in March. Avocados are taking over the American Airlines Center, and oil prices surge on the China trade truce.
Jane King is the NASDAQ with those stories and more in today's Texas Business Report.
Hello, Texas. Oil prices jumped nearly 4% after the U.S. and China agreed to a 90-day truce in the trade dispute. Meanwhile, oil producers in the U.S. still continue to turn out record amounts of oil. Well, McKesson Corporation has announced it will relocate its corporate headquarters.
Well, watching TV is how Americans prefer to get their news. A new study by Pew Research Center shows 47% of people would rather watch the news instead of reading or listening to it. That's a slight uptick from 46% 2 years ago. When asked what platform they prefer, television was number 1, but not surprisingly, a growing number of Americans are moving to the web.
Don't worry, Friends will still be there for you in 2019. Some hardcore fans of the classic sitcom were worried that the show was going to be cut from Netflix in the new year. There'd been notice on the streaming platform saying episodes would only be available until January 1st, 2019. However, an executive with links to the Friends contract tells USA Today the show will continue to be available next year. A bunch of elementary school students in Horizon City are social media sensations. Viral video shows the students at Sue A. Hook Elementary leaving class, and most of the students you see here hugging one of their classmates. On the wall is a choice of what they want, either a hug, handshake, high five, or fist bump. This happens at the end of every school day. The teacher says it helps kids learn to be kind to one another.
It makes me be more proud of being an educator. I know that I'm making an impact and that I'm helping others, or I can make a difference.
Teacher says her students really enjoy this new activity and usually choose hugging over everything else. The video has been seen more than 9 million times on Twitter.
I just love this. And, you have kids, Justin. I'm sure you'd love, for them to come home after kind of ending their day in such a positive way.
Oh, you just gave a hug to Santa Claus on Saturday, so she likes being affectionate. Maybe a fist bump for us.
All right, there you go. Woo.
Fist bumping about the weather?
I think so. I think fist pumping, because look at how awesome these temperatures are going to be, even though we do have those rain chances. Very comfortable conditions for your next 7 days.
All right, thank you so much for watching CBS 4 Daybreak.
Look, stay tuned for updates throughout the day on CBS4Local.com. We're back at 12 for CBS 4 at noon. We are here along the border fence just southwest of downtown El Paso, where there are dozens, if not hundreds, of migrants climbing over the border right now. There are Border Patrol agents here. There are also EMS agents here. We're not sure what kind of condition some of these people are in. This comes just a day after several hundred people turned themselves into Border Patrol agents at the port of entry, not too far from here. This is not that case. We believe this is part of that migrant caravan that has been traveling through Mexico over the last month or so to the U.S.-Mexico border. We are still waiting to talk to officials here, hopefully very shortly, to talk about the condition of this situation, tell you exactly how many people have come over the border today. But we'll have more for that for you tonight on CBS 4 at 6. Reporting live in El Paso, Justin Betty, CBS 4 News.